Whoa! There's a house all the way out here? Huh. It's so well hidden, Paimon's never noticed it before.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa Village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I...
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang.
Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us...
Quarrel? What?
I don't know.
Nor did master ever...
Oh, so...
No.
Paimon never knew you were so...
So a few words from me...
What the...
Let's split up. But if any...
Traveler, Paimon, come quick!
What is this?
Changsheng and I found a hidden compartment.
You sense it too?
Is it?
No. Your eyes do not deceive. Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in The Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both...
Offshoots? So...
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control...
The call of the... Wait.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there.
This is getting crazier and crazy. Hey, why has everyone gone quiet?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away...
You mean... Jialia?
Think a little harder, Paimon.
Huh? So you're saying... It was Jiang Li? Wait, but... That doesn't make any sense either! Why would she...
I agree.
Look at the facts, though. How many...
It's too early to draw any conclusion. Yes. According to the origin... So if we can find and destroy the soul... Do you know anything about God remains in...
Even the history books have no record of this.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the
Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers these days, she has to enter a contract with a...
Whoa, what? Enter a contract?
hey! Plenty of people would jump at the chance to join forces with a powerful... With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan...
Stronger and healthier? Baiju, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements.
Temperament? Hey! What are you trying to say? Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baiju!
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all...
With how antisocial... What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly...
Oh, if you're talking about who Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honor.
You called?
Gets Paimon every time.
Are all Adepti in the habit of materializing at a...
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baiju of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe the lantern right when we met briefly. I was unaware of your true identity. I must...
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before. I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me? So someone has been concocting too often. Fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Chinksa village. A vile monster known as the Chi once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinksa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Chi is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak. I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again. Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
What a strange Adeptus.
That's Joe for ya.
If the god remains are
Master, there's a...
Gray? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic.
It's Jiaoyang. He was fine 1 minute.
Already? How? Based on past experience...
It seems that everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Dad, what's wrong?
Don't be scared, Dr. Bai.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baiju, you're back.
Lingui left.
Kuei, please take Jialiang to the back room.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will...
Baiju's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he?
How are you feeling, Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere?
Much better, Ayu. Wait, where's Dr. Baiju? I still haven't had... Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting. Oh, really?
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet.
I'll come with... Don't forget what Master said. I suppose you're right. Though, on the bright side, this...
Traveler? Baiju hasn't shown his... Huh?
You're finally awake?
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. Jiangli's design is quite brilliant.
So, how much longer?
They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you...
Surely he had...
Who's talking behind our backs again?
Ah! Baiju! Changsheng!
Of course.
Jialiang seemed fine yesterday.
And as a result...
What? You mean, even...
Yes. But more pertinently, Jialiang has a rare congenital heart condition. And though it was created from God...
Had he not taken it all these years...
Still, using poison to treat... Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine...
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been giving...
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around. Because humans have no natural defense. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described.
I never suspected that even Zhongli would turn to sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go...
Well, I think that it's... In any case, I have stabilized her regular exposure to God remains over such a long... And given that she's already been missing for several days...
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baiju.
It's Jialiang!
Dr. Baiju, please, you've already done so much for my family. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time.
Be careful. If you get too...
No! We're out before I forget everything.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there...
I never expected. There's only one thing I fear now.
Very well.
Dr. Baiju? Are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each. Hop to it now. And remember to be careful with...
Okay.
It's just like the day I went missing.
The Mother Lode's influence is growing stronger. Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is?
I think it's this way. Yes, I'm sure of it. I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an...
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay?
No, I have...
The digging marks here appear
A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard...
Judging by the tools they left but why did they abandon this place?
I remember now. But she said that the method...
Easy, Jialiang. This is not...
the doctor will see you.
A bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor will see you.
Remember, health comes first.
Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure...
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days ago. No doubt an encounter with the very... After them, Jiangli...
That's right. This sensor. It belongs... This is where...
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
doctor will see you now.
Bah!
Huh? Paimon doesn't see any barrier-breaking mechanisms around here.
There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
A bitter pill to swallow.
Fire! Well, with rocks, umbrella warfare, I guess. Hiya! Ha!
Will be frozen in time. Freeze!
Don't push your luck.
The doctor will see you now.
Seems like an emergency. bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor was singing.
Mind the side effects.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Your name on it! Ow!
Dodge this! Freeze! Dodge this! Don't push your luck! Cool it! Oh, so sorry. Dodge this! Cool it! Don't push your luck!
Windblade!
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
This one's got your name on it! Hey there! Fire! Well, with rocks. Feeling lucky?
on, Navia. Focus!
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite. Cool it. Don't push your luck. Freeze. Don't push your luck. Dodge this. What's the hurry? Free! I'm not done!
Dr. Baiju, how serious is it? Is she...
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite... The god remains here are encroaching on her If we don't eliminate it soon...
Then, what are we waiting for? Let's...
It's not as simple. The poison within Jialiang's, if the source is purged,
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it... Oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here...
I wondered when this day might...
Wait! But we've all been working our butt, Baiju. You're great...
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for...
it appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you.
Dr. Baiju, give it to me.
The god remains have reached her internal...
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baiju, I'm all too... If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, I know for a fact if my choice can bring Jiangli back...
Jialiang...
After she...
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
Jialiang...
I am sure that over the years, Jiang...
Mortals are fated.
What a crazy situation. Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And...
I've seen many final farewells in my time.
In the human realm. Oh, at least, that's what
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those, I cannot help but think that...
When all this began... if... I've said my goodbyes.
As you wish.
It will eat away at both.
I'll take...
Mom, something's really wrong.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear...
Jialiang! 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 Dad!
Didn't I... Huh?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange or different?
Dr. Baiju? I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we... Of course, this is whether it will keep you alive for a... But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect. In the end, I am merely a doctor. All I know is that if I'm presented, and even this...
Oops.
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction.
No wonder he didn't mention the...
Director Who...
All I wanted was to help Jialiang. Leave it to Boo Boo Farm. One Chi-Chi was enough of a
You stay away from my dad!
Oh, is that right? Well... Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another...
All's well that ends well. If you ask... At times...
It feels like it was a whole...
Yay! Paimon! Alright, first things first, off...
Wait up! I'll come to-
Baizhu,
Don't mention it, Jiangli.
just your duty, huh? Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu. I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius.
No, not at all. But I'm still impressed. Not just that. Baizhu, beyond...
Told you the truth with...
Life force isn't the...
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, there is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my...
But you took such a... The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those... But in the end, how are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined...
We are doctors, Jiangli.
Baizhu, I can tell that. Can you still stop before it's...
I think you know the answer,
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us! The Traveler taught me a load...
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you...
There's no need to worry, Jiangli.
Like...
Baizhu, what did Jiang Li mean by not...
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Jiang Li's master, has passed away at a young age.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access, though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows, they are like moths that throw themselves into the flame.
So, Baiju,
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Changsheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but I have nothing but the utmost respect for... What makes a poison poison? If disease is defined as deviation, many may view the notion of I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Changsheng to perish from losing her hope. Precisely. I will be Changsheng's final host.
Even the gods of old...
But isn't wanting for a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the...
Dr. Baiju, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's...
we also have... Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions.
I do envy Paimon sometimes.
True. And yet, are such things as these not precisely why we...
We've been to so many places lately. What do you say we take a day off from adventuring and just find somewhere nice to relax? Let Paimon think. Where are some...
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today. Ad Astra Abyssa.
It's been a while since we last saw that illuminated bird. She's always the one popping... Remember the first time we came here? And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated? We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we... Huh? Traveler? Whoa. What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer? Yeah, you're right. Okay, but if we're both helping you
You two, what is this tomfoolery? Has this
Wait, you're... Huh? You...
Oh, donning human form.
So,
Well, one of...
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? Hey, didn't we agree not to...
Oh? One has never found one's...
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Ah, right. So,
One planned to extend the invitation. However, one would first...
yeah, we just found ourselves...
If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us...
Sounds great! Then let's...
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can... Shanaha has also secured employment recently. In her correspondence with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future. Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
We're almost at Way High Pavilion. Hey, do you think Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait. Where did she go? Why are you just standing there, Cloud Retainer?
Quietly now. One shall stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
But what?
If one does not wish to trouble her.
Fair enough. Makes...
Cloud Retainer?
Oh. But...
Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry.
Oh, not to worry, Ms. Ganyu.
Thank you, Weishin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been...
You are quite mistaken. What?
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was... but a simple test. One didn't...
But recognizing you is...
One was simply passing by...
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important... Cloud Retainer's right! We've still got...
Oh, is that...
One simply desired...
I understand.
While one acknowledges... it still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now.
Cloud Retainer!
If you...
Wow, you've been to so many new... Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud...
A human name?
You really think so?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly...
Canyon?
I assume an adeptus of years past would...
Oh, that sounds super...
Actually, those lines...
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly...
Not exactly.
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speaks of her. It is said that once, although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading on top of the drought, the books had this to say about what happened. Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind.
Wow. That's incredible.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events. One did merely with one.
Even so, you stopped in... Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect.
How laughable. A name is but a... Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured a job. Moreover, does she...
That is a...
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Chef Wanmin Restaurant's business.
I see. Now,
But
can that wait until after we've eaten?
you may return to your work, Ganyu. One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many...
of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
See you around, Ganyu! Whew. Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a...
Oh, I'm far more interested in...
You do it!
No. I think...
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of more meat to go.
Welcome. It's been a while. May I take...
Don't welcome us as guests and greet us as...
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is...
this is Miss...
Master?
One does not recall ever revealing this form.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize... Is something the matter, Master?
Hardly. One...
And check out the great food...
Indeed. It's almost...
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Are you here? The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So, I've got... Go ahead. Sit down and...
Thank you, Chef Mao.
It is still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out...
Seems like you've been making progress. So by dealing with them, you mean...
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence. At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
Oh,
A sensible plan. One is gladdened to see you.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has hardly found the pleasure of one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Oh, just as expected of Master. I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has...
Oh, you did?
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like...
By the way, Master, since you are...
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple pleasantries.
Ganyu told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how
I see. In that case, allow me to also share a story about Master's past.
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master?
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once participated in a race. In response, Master agreed to forego flying in return for being able to use...
Huh. What kind of...
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
Oh, you refer... Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncar... Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory, when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events. Anyway, do go...
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so? Huh. With you gone, one has seldom felt the desire to call upon those old fossils for another contest. What is a race without spectators, after all?
Have you been lonely, Master?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, and 'tis a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous. What is the
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud?
To me, they are both, Master. One is the Master that's widely...
Huh. One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. This is not to say that your words paint an inaccurate picture. One has always lived by a single ideal.
She got, like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple, and it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another fish stew?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with the lunchtime rush, then, huh?
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond of all kinds of delicacies and delight. The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied. In fact, one has been struck by quite the fit of inspiration.
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still super tasty.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
But it smells so delightful. Can we really not eat here? My poor legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could.
Okay, I'll ask around. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Great! Thanks so much.
Granny?
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
No, but...
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful look. Granny? Why don't you take a seat? Come on, it's not polite to stare.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
'Tis a fated meeting, then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
I want braised earthworms. They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
No, not this again.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that? Right, that's what Paimon was thinking too. Need any help?
Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny? Thanks, that's nice of you to offer. Granny has pretty bad dementia, so actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. They died young. It's just me and Granny now. Oh, but it's okay. Don't feel bad. Granny loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got. Wow. You're...
And me?
You're tough too, Gran.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again? Ah, I remember now. It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. Huh? It was just a dream, so I forgot about it. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like, Granny?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense.
A younger version of Granny? This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on here?
As one said, fate must have brought us together. You may leave this situation to me.
Are you sure? So, what are your names? Paimon's Paimon.
Just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much. Oh, we don't need any payment for this. Thank you so much. You're welcome. But Miss Shenyun, what exactly can we do to help out this Grand? All we have to go off is that...
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps of her youth. Once we have revisited those places...
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
Why, of course I do.
Okay, taking that as a no. I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster. If it's true, then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something. A martial arts heroine? Oh! Shinjo knows tons about Liyue's chivalric traditions. If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's...
Are you leaving already? But
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have met...
Street word?
Precisely. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace once you are ready.
The food is unbelievable. Today is my treat.
I've always wanted to try this place.
For this price, the food is unbelievable.
I always wanted to try this place.
Eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat.
Lyra's really got a lot going for it.
I've always wanted to try this place.
For this price, the food is unbelievable. Everyone, please eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat. For this price, the food is unbelievable. Everyone, please eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat.
I've always wanted to try this place.
For this price, the food is unbelievable.
I've always wanted to try this place.
it's you two. What brings you here?
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure. I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone, but considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Shincho. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all. Just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Well, Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait,
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her. You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime. Even after retiring from the public eye, I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to
That's a deal. Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies...
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Shincho, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time, the crops withered, the stream...
That sounds awful!
Yeah, and that's still... as terrible. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Do you have any other...
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyan and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Shincho. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem.
I can't wait to see my adorable daughter again.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank... Straight word...
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change.
Time has little bearing on one's existence.
Oh, why so formal?
Well, approximately how much more
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping!
Nothing save for some...
Shinto has a theory, but
Do not be troubled, young lady.
what do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from... I don't have many memories of him. But there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What marvelous. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sure thing. What would you...
I have a secret I want to tell you.
What's wrong, Shuyu?
Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant. But are you guys all...
Oh! How about that?
Well, you guys just...
Must have been a slip of the tongue.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
I knew it. Well, once I had this super high feat. She put me on her back, and I really wanted to thank her, so I just kind of wanted...
A pure white illuminate... Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an adeptus with...
That's weird. Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny...
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one. Let's go to Wangshu Inn first.
Okay, I'll go get...
What if Master finds out?
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Yes. The fish here is very delicious. And if you look out into the distance, I believe
I'll come with.
I'm still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but... Whoa! Shao! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern. It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I have indeed.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism.
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
A cloud retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so...
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape? When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong. Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Granny, are you okay?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name. However, given that you are traveling with...
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to
So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into...
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was one day I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my ill, he told me that the pills were...
Wait, but if you're ill and it was all thanks...
I'm sorry, I don't...
Hey, you're...
Oh, fret not, dear child.
The recovery of a person's memories is a
Next locate... There isn't... After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon...
Wine is the healthiest drink is tea.
Wingblade!
That was below par.
Let me think. But I don't think I stayed.
Got it. That's a...
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me. Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Oh, thank you! Then Paimon will help herself. Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
This place...
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind. I had exhausted myself. I remember that night. I alone am the
Sin? Oh?
I don't know. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy. And so are you, Shu. But you're always going to be different from me. I
don't care what you might have done, Granny.
You're too sweet. All right. Let's not stand around any longer.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyu Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep...
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything. My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Does this place feel familiar to you?
Let me see. How strange. When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiar. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just...
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to get...
Thank you. If all... Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something—
Mount Outsong,
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity.
It does, but
Are you feeling
My head... It...
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
But...
Fret not. All will... You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something...
Wait, really?
I never leave any...
A reward on the road. A reward on the road.
Prepare to be blown away!
I'll keep this close.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near Wolfendom.
Gosh, all I can think about is Diluc.
Being an unreliable weapon is worse than not.
carrying one at all.
Haven't you?
Hey, who's that skulking around?